Losing a relationship is like giving a piece of your emotion away. Because heartbreak is devastating for anyone. It's common news that men do not care as much as women when a breakup happens, but this is not necessarily true. Breakups affect men and women in different ways, but the main reasons for pretending not to care after a breakup are the same regardless of who caused the breakup. If you're feeling lost and heartbroken, and all you do is reminisce about the good time you had with your ex, but your ex is acting like the relationship meant nothing to them, worry no more, because in this video, you will learn the reasons your ex pretends not to care. Let's get into the video. Number 1. Your ex has pride and they are afraid of rejection. Guys, I want you to always remember that people act differently after a breakup. For some people, the pain of the heartbreak is felt almost immediately. It feels very raw, and the painful reality of the situation is at the forefront of their minds. And some, on the other hand, typically feel the aftermath of the breakup later on down the line. Most times, your ex acts like they do not care after a breakup or no contact because they are afraid of rejection. They are afraid of being rejected by you again. They fear that if they show their true feelings, you will be the one doing the rejection this time. This is why you ex put on a mask of indifference just to avoid being hurt again. Your ex is afraid of being rejected. That is why you see your ex going out all the time, having fun with his friends, and looking like he is really enjoying the single life right after you break up or after no contact. And seeing this makes it even more frustrating for you because you're wondering about how they feel after a breakup, and it just looks like your ex loves his newfound freedom. Your ex pretends not to care after a breakup or no contact because they don't want to appear vulnerable or emotional. They feel that showing their true feelings would make them look weak or needy. That is why they put on a brave face to maintain their pride. If your ex pretends to be emotionally unavailable after a breakup, they probably want to remain that way. Such individuals suffer silently and do not disclose their deep anguish and pain to others, even their closest friends. They prefer to portray that they are fine and can handle any situation gracefully. They act distant because they do not want to look weak to you. Your ex does this because they want to prove that being single is precisely what they want. The desire to go out and live a single life is merely to distract them from the feelings associated with the breakup. They are desperate for validation. That is why you see them live the single life. But superficial attention will land up, making him feel even worse, which is why after a couple of weeks of freedom, your ex might pop up again. I know seeing this doesn't do anything to boost your ego, but I want to bring your attention to the fact that the negative emotions are there and it is eating them up, and if the negative emotions are not there yet, it will come. Like I said already, in the majority of cases, the negative emotions associated with the heartbreak are felt instantly by some people, and for other people the heartbreak is really felt later on, often more seriously. Number 2. Self-protection and defense mechanism. If your ex is going about life as if everything is fine, then she is probably doing a really great job of hiding any pain they might be feeling. Because everyone deals with some pain after a breakup, even the one who initiated the breakup. You should know by now that being dumped sucks, especially if your ex used to respect you as a person. The major reason behind why your ex acts like they don't care after a breakup is simply that it's their way of hiding their real emotions. In today's society, we are taught to be tough. That is why you see a lot of people refuse to show any signs of weakness, and even their heart is actually really broken and torn apart. Your ex acts like they don't care because they want to save their face. They don't want you or anyone to see how affected they are to the pain of the breakup or no contact. They are protecting themselves from further pain. After experiencing the emotional toll of a breakup, your ex is pretending not to care because they are trying to distance themselves or shield themselves from future hurt. This self-protective mechanism helps them avoid the vulnerability that comes with showing emotions or rekindling old feelings. By keeping their distance, they aim to prevent any potential for additional heartbreak. Maintaining emotional distance becomes a way to protect their heart from further pain and allow them to heal at their own pace. I know a lot you make the mistake of assuming that the person who chooses to end the relationship doesn't experience pain. Well, I can confidently beat my chest and tell you that there are so many negative emotions that confront a person who chose to pull the plug on a relationship, negative emotions like pain and disappointment. But so many people bury any signs of heartbreak because they always want to be tough. It never feels good to hurt someone you care about, and to hurt yourself by letting go of something you had put your time and energy into. Your ex acts like they do not care when in reality they are just making it look that way. It is just a defense mechanism or self-protection. Your ex pretends not to care to avoid dealing with your feelings because they want to maintain control over their situation and don't want to be forced or guilted into giving things another try. It would be unrealistic to assume that your ex doesn't feel bad to some capacity. Number 3. They are self-reflecting and in the process of moving on. After no contact, individuals often go through a long thought process and start to self-reflect after a painful breakup. Your ex is in a deep thought process and is presently reflecting on their behavior. They might even consider how their partner is moving on with the breakup. They are asking themselves questions to get honest answers about their life. This process of self-reflection is the reason your ex becomes emotionally withdrawn and distant. Maybe you have seen your ex recently, and each time you see your ex they pretend and act cold whenever you bump into each other after the breakup or after no contact. The truth is they are moving on. Your ex was closely tied with you, and the breakup left them shattered. But, after so much trauma, they are finally letting it go, and it's one of the reasons why they pretend not to care. Your ex is busy figuring out new things in their life. You are no longer a part of their present life. That is why they do not show any emotion for you and just pass by. Number 4. They holds a grudge against you. Your ex might start becoming cold-hearted after a breakup. When a person feels a grudge after a breakup, it will make them develop bitter feelings for their ex-partner, because the pain and anguish of being left alone become unbearable for them. Especially if you happen to leave the relationship for better career opportunities or other personal differences. There is a high chance that your ex sees you as a villain. That is why they have become cold-hearted and pretend they do not care because they have been left alone. Please like the video and subscribe to this channel. I will see you in the next video.